If you've spent any time on Russian YouTube or if you know who Shaman is, you already know that Mercedes and AMG are practically a cultural institution in Russia and Eastern Europe. But how did it actually get there? 1989, the Berlin Wall comes down. 2 years later, the Soviet Union follows. And overnight, hundreds of millions of people go from a system that told them exactly what they could have to capitalism, full send. McDonald's opens in Moscow, Pizza Hut, Adidas hits the shelves. Consumerism arrives and it arrives fast. The ex-Soviet diaspora, people who'd spent years quietly working in West Germany and neighboring countries, they started coming home, and they brought the fruits of their labor with them. BMWs, Volkswagens, and most importantly, Mercedes-Benz. It was a new era, consumerism was rampant, and so was the power struggle between the newly formed factions fighting to control it. In that world, the W220 S-Class became the symbol of whoever sat at the top of the food chain. No more Volgas, no more Moskviches, no more decade-long waiting lists and palm greasing just to get 4 wheels and a car that barely ran. But the W140 had its own energy. What came after that, the succession, represented something new and different and brought forward a new era.
So why film a video about Mercedes and the post-Soviet dream in Dubai? Well, forget the Bratvas, the oligarchs and the Gopniks. Many people from Russia and Eastern Europe are some of the most genuine, kindest and friendliest people you can hope to meet, and a lot of them actually make their home here in Dubai. Why? There's 3 simple reasons why. The weather, tax breaks, and of course, cheap petrol. Which means you can own any car you want here in Dubai, as long as it's not right-hand drive, which this one isn't. And this of course brings us to the car you see behind me, the W220 S55 AMG.
The owner of this particular S55 AMG is a friend of mine, an Eastern European gentleman who takes amazing care of his car and who was generous enough to lend me this car to help tell the story. And now the car. Under that hood sits a 5.4 liter M113K, the K standing for compressor. That's a supercharger, by the way. From the factory, this thing made 493 horsepower. This particular one makes 500, thanks to some carefully chosen reliability mods and what I can only describe as obsessive, meticulous maintenance. It's not been modified for the sake of it. It's been looked after like a piece of history. This engine was what helped kick off the horsepower wars between the German manufacturers. Mercedes, BMW and Audi all trying to outperform each other, and it was thanks to this engine firing the opening salvo. But this specific engine was hand-built by a man named Guido Nordheim. In AMG enthusiast circles, that name is legendary, because Nordheim is one of the people responsible for building the 7.3-liter M120 engines that went into the original Pagani Zonda. The original Zonda. So technically this car shares a bloodline with one of the most celebrated supercars ever made.
This was the car to aspire to, especially in 2000s Russia, especially if you were a budding businessman or you hit the jackpot after buying a lottery ticket. And why wouldn't the S-Class tickle your fancy? It was the best of the 2000s. In fact, you got a lovely, sumptuous interior made of the finest quality tree, cow, and high quality composite materials. It was advanced, forward-thinking technology for the time. And frankly speaking, who wouldn't want to be seated in the back?
Now, the back seats are where the S-Class earns its name. The seats don't just support you, they absorb you. It's a sort of leather and cushioning that takes you to nirvana. You've also got your own climate control back here, because Mercedes knew one of the negotiations that an S-Class owner doesn't need to make is with the driver about the temperature. In the post-Soviet world we talked about, the back seat wasn't just comfort, it was a statement. Especially if you had someone else doing the driving for you.
But since it was an AMG, the front was where you really wanted to be. Right behind the wheel, flooring that massive supercharged M113K V8. And as a bonus, The only sound you'll hear is the engine because the sound insulation is so good. It's silent in here. It's unbelievably silent. Really, it's kind of like being in one of those noise cancellation chambers. It's eerie. It's eerily quiet. It's perfect for when you want to traverse the Eastern Bloc. I'm just astounded, man. Mercedes knew its customer base at the time. They knew that their customers didn't want to be late for business meetings because they had the displeasure of forgetting to shut the door properly. So, working soft closed doors. Unbelievable. And yeah, for an AMG, this design is really subtle, but that was because Mercedes knew that for an AMG, it's the exhaust that does all the talking. And of course, if you're an audiophile, this car caters to your every whim by offering you the best-in-class sound system. You've got 9 speakers. Yes, sir, you heard me right. 9 speakers in the early 2000s. It's crazy stuff. Even my BMW doesn't have that many. So you have... So you have 4 in the front. 1, 2, and 2 over there, making 4. 4 in the back, and 1 really nice subwoofer slash soundbar. And the owner told me that it sounds like nothing else he's ever driven. It sounds like the artist or the band that he's listening to is playing live in the car. The owner is a proper audiophile. I mean, check out his CD collection. I have laid out here on the front seat. He's got everything from Sade to Eminem to Guns N' Roses, Elton John, Queen, Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's got it all on CD. Muse. Insane. What he told me, he bought a lot of these from eBay, so you know these are the real deal. These are like the proper box set collection stuff. So if a guy like that tells you that the sound quality is good, it is amazing. It's amazing. No questions asked. The funny thing is, there's so many cars like this out there. Cars that fly under the radar, that aren't appreciated by everybody except the most dedicated, hardcore enthusiasts, such as the owner who took great care of this car over the past 2 years and made it as immaculate and beautiful as it is today. That's what this channel is about. Focusing on and showcasing the cars that most people overlook. Because cars like these also have cultural significance. So, if you want to see more car content like this, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment, and of course, keep posted for the next upload. And to close out, I wish you a lovely week ahead. Signing out.